Hello, I'm Toby, and um, today I just want to, I don't know, show off my digital version of General Orders. Well, General Orders Sengoku Jidai, or however you pronounce it, actually. Right? I just call it General Orders. Okay. Um, so I just assume that you know the game when watching this video, and you kind of know how it works. So here's just a little rundown of the visuals here so that you know what's actually going on the screen. So at the top left it just says which round we are in and, well, what player has the initiative. I think that's quite obvious. Um, so first of all, I have to add, I hope you're not red-green colorblind, because there's some things that are shown in green and others in red, so I didn't think about that beforehand. Well, oh well. So here are the three support actions. So the little circle at the left basically says, hey, this is green, so you can still put your commander on it. And then it just tells you what it can actually do. So like reinforcing 6 units or reinforcing 5 units. Right? It mentions that you could place siege engines in here, but like this is the riverside, there are no siege engines here. Same goes for embark, and same goes for planning. When choosing planning, you like if you don't have the initiative, you can choose to pick the right side. For the other ones, you always pick the left side if it's still free, right? There's no reason to pick the one where you get less units. Then it tells you like how many units you have left to place, and yeah, that's it for the top left part. Well, the map itself, I guess, like I said, if you know the game, I guess you kind of can imagine what's going on here. So here are the different tiles, some of them are connected. The top left number is just so I can like enter into the program what number it is, like what tile I want to move to or from or whatever. Um, then, well, the headquarters, they just say HQ in the corresponding color. Um, then there's uh, then there's just three special tiles, or yeah, special, I don't know, areas. So in this case, this is the Pirate Bay, and the Pirate Bay essentially gives you a +1 every time you bombard. I, as of yet, haven't played with it, so I'm actually curious how good this will be. Then here's the shipyard. The shipyard, every time you sail, so you move your ships, you get +1 ship in your destination tile. And here is the war room. The war room essentially means if you do the plan action, so you're drawing cards, you get 1 extra card. Other than that, well, on the bottom left of each tile, there's the victory point number, like off the tile. Just like in the real game, right? It says that, like there's a little star on the left side. So there are a few tiles with like 1 victory point up here and in the middle and down here. And on the right island, there's 2 tiles with 2 victory points. Those yellow brownish things, those are the ports. So in those tiles, like in those land tiles, you can, like if you supply them, you can place ships into the water next to them. And other than that, well, in the middle of a tile, it says like how many units are in there. So in the water, it says 1 number for like the amount of ships. And on land, it says 2 numbers. So the left numbers are like regular troops. On the right side, there are the siege engines. But again, this is the river side of the map. There are no siege engines. So it always says null. I could have just ignored them, but oh well, they're in there now. On the top right of a tile, it tells you like all the actions you can do here. So basically in every land you can advance, which means like you can move into it. On every water tile you can sail towards it, you can like move your ships into it. Then there's, for some land tiles, there's shelling, which essentially means shooting at ships, and for every water tile, there's bombarding, which means you can shoot from a ship onto land. And well, that's basically it. So, I just played a game and actually won it, which was the first time I managed to do that. And I think the AI did some stupid stuff at the end. Like, even one move before the end, it said, hey, I'm about to win. Although it was clear that it couldn't win anymore. So I don't know, but the AI isn't really optimized in any way. It's actually super bad, so I haven't done anything to make it slightly more clever than the first thing I implemented. So I have not yet talked about the right side here, so this is essentially just a log of the stuff that happened. So at the moment I've started the game, and well, it just said I placed all the units. And now here it says, okay, it's starting round 1. And I actually start the game, right? It says here, red has the initiative. And now it asks me what I want to do. And well, it's a console game at the moment. I'm planning on UI and stuff, and I have some ideas, and I've already started it. But at the moment, it's still a console game. So I have to essentially just input some numbers. So it's asking me what I want to do. So I can basically skip my turn, which is 0. So I like no action. I can advance. I can sail. I can bombard. I can shell. I can theoretically siege, but like I said, I can't do that actually. And the game actually knows that I can't do that, so if I enter 5, it will tell me like, look, invalid input. I can reinforce, which essentially means I can place troops, and I can embark, which means I can place ships, and I can plan, which is drawing cards. So, oh, by the way, it's New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. We are like half an hour away from midnight. Maybe you hear some fireworks. I guess my microphone should filter it out. But even if you hear it, probably it kind of fits thematically, so why not? So the game kind of, I don't know if I already said that, the game kind of is a bit like chess in that it always starts the same way. And so they're kind of like reasonable openings, and some of them are just stupid. So what can you do at the beginning? Essentially, there are 2 moves you can start with, which is not much, to be honest. So yeah, so the strategy here is quite minimal at the beginning. I don't know if that is true for the whole game, but like at the beginning, there's really only 2 moves. So the one move is moving onto the right side of the island and getting like this bonus. The other one is moving into this port. Everything else you do is worse. Like you can, for example, sail into like from here into here, then the opponent can just shell you and your ships are dead. You can move into this port here, but you don't really have anything of it, like, because now from this port you can spawn a ship in here, which you can do anyway because of the headquarters. And the 2 ships you can place here, or the 2 tiles where you can place ships now, they don't give you anything because the opponent can just shell them. You can theoretically just place ships in both tiles, and so the opponent can only shell one of them from here, but well, they can shell from here as well. So this one can shell the bottom one, and the top one can shell the top one, and all your ships are gone. So this is quite dumb. You can immediately grab your special tile, but that's not ideal, because like what you want to do is you want to move into the port, and then with the port you can threaten recruiting a ship in here, and that ship can then like immediately kill anyone who's going into here or into here. And then in a later turn you can actually like take 1 unit, jump over the river tile, and then actually grab the opponent tile here. So I checked it before. The AI says in this game, actually taking this one first is the better move, but like I said, the AI isn't 100% clever. I will actually start with the port here on the left side. So I will tell the game, look, I want to do action number 1, which is advance, like it says here. Oh god, so I've talked 10 minutes until I actually started playing the game, I'm sorry. So I take the advance action, and now it says, hey, where do you want to advance? So where do you want to place your commander? And this is tile number 12. And where do I want to move from? Well, tile 8 and tile 13. Right now it says, look, I'm advancing into tile 12. And I'm starting from 8 and from 13. And I should not mark stuff in here because that always messes up the console. Why can't I move it anymore? Oh well, okay. Sorry, just have to drink something. I'm not used to talking that much. So, you see quite some numbers here on the right side. So, the way the AI works at the moment is essentially every time you do an action, it tries a bunch of different games and just kind of checks which action probably wins the most times. So what is an action? An action is exactly what I inputted it before. So the first action for me was do an advance. That was the first action. The second action was I want to advance into tile 12. The next action was I want to advance from tile number 8. And then the next action was I want to advance from tile number 13. So that were 4 actions. And the AI does the same stuff. So the first thing it wanted to do was like, what action do I want to take? And I can scroll up now and then maybe you see somewhere in there. It doesn't tell you what are the actions, but those were the actions. So you know that the AI can at the beginning do 7 actions, which is advancing, sailing, shelling, bombarding, planning, embarking, and reinforcing. And then you see here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, it's 8 because it can also skip the turn. Probably this one will skip the turn or whatever. And then you see the number here is basically the percentage it thinks it will win. And so at the end it took the action with like the 48.94% win chance, which is advancing. Right, and then the next step it does is like figuring out where to advance and from where to advance and stuff. So eventually the AI will say, look, I think the AI will win currently with a 47.37% chance, which is basically 50-50. So the thing is, if I do a wrong move, that will jump like straight to 70%, and if I do another mistake, it's like 90%. It's insane. So what I said, look, I did the one move, the port on the left, and the AI did the other, right? So those are the 2 moves you should do at the beginning. Either is fine, and the other person should do the other. So I will now spawn some ships. And yeah, I will probably take number 19. So I will say I'm gonna not advance. So the problem at the moment is I can't take anything back. If I input a wrong number, like, I'm screwed. I can't revert that at the moment. It's actually not difficult reverting that. I had that in another game I did in the past, but I never implemented it here. It's like a 5-minute change, but it's not in there. So let's say 7, I embark. And I can spawn 3 ships now. So I spawn 2 in tile 16 and 1 in 14. So, and like I said, yeah, I will probably move into 19. So if you don't know the game and are still watching this video, I don't know why you should do that. Oh, they're embarking. So I know why. So the way the game works is you have to place your commander in a tile when advancing into it. Now the commander is sitting here, right? It says now in black advance instead of in green. This means I as red can't put my commander now here, so I have to wait until the next round to actually also move into there. Right, so if you move somewhere, like the opponent is blocked for a while to also move in there. There is an extra like special card in there, it's called counter attack, where you can do exactly that. You can just place your commander onto the opponent commander, but I mean you have to draw the card first. So they spawn some ships up here. So the idea is I can't really move into 19 anymore because they will just bombard it. I mean, I can move more units into there. I can move 2 units from here and 2 units from there. Those are 4 units. They can attack 2 of them, and I will survive that, but I can't really do anything from here. So there's no real point in doing it. So I have 3 commanders left in this round. So one action I definitely want to do at one point is reinforcing. I'm a bit confused by that. Because I could attack from here to here. And in theory, if I have 3 units, that means I move 2 units. So when entering, 1 unit will most likely die. And then maybe the remaining ones will kill each other. I could be very lucky, and none of my unit dies when entering the tile. So then I would actually take the tile. Oh, I'm stupid, right? I just said it 1 minute ago, right? I can't advance into it because the opponent already advanced into it, right? I already forgot it. I told you 1 minute ago. And I actually took this tile as an example, right? And I already forgot. Okay, so I can't advance into there, right? Forget that again. So the only real thing I can do is actually taking this one. So I advance into there, and I can jump over my ship from here. Choose advanced target. Oh, further up. Choose the target 3, and I'm coming from 12. So the thing is, the opponent controls the shipyard, so every time they sail, they essentially get an extra ship. Given that you can't spawn many ships, that's quite powerful. So like I said, they will most likely advance into 19, and they did exactly that. So it tells you from where the different fighters came from. So 2 came from the headquarters, because I can't reach the headquarters anyway. 5 did like there's 1 guy came from here and another guy came from back here. Okay. That's a reasonable move, right? I could bombard them now from here. Oh, I have the pirate bay, right? That gives me 2 dice to attack with instead of 1. I could now reinforce. So if I reinforce, I get 1 unit more than the opponent. That's already not bad. They can't attack that guy. So one thing is, moving into 21 or into 18, or spawning a ship into 17, you just get shelled from the opponent immediately. So that's always bad. Look, I'm not a Let's Player, I'm also not a board game reviewer. Probably this is super boring, I'm totally fine with that. I just had nothing to do, and I don't know. I thought, why not doing that for now? I'm happy, right? It still says I'm the one who is more likely to win. This will change very soon, I think. I don't know. I really don't know. So I have 2 commanders left. One of those should be used for reinforcing. I can't move into here because I don't have any unit left. I don't need to reinforce right now though, right? Because this one can't get attacked at the moment. I mean, my one special action is bombarding with +1 dice. So not doing it maybe is a waste. But I don't really get anything out of it. Like if I bombard here with 2 dice, probably 2 people will die, maybe more, maybe less. But what's the point? I don't know. What's the point? Why would I do that? The opponent as of yet has not reinforced. I guess I take the initiative with reinforcing, so I can spawn 1 unit more. So I put a few guys into tile number 3. A very critical tile in one of my previous games was tile number 12. I lost the control of tile number 12, and with that I lost the control over like tile 3 and 16, and I also had 1 in 4. So I lost all of them. So I now want to put 1 in 12 for this to happen less likely. If I put anything in here in like 15, the opponent will just reinforce 20. But oh well. Now I could put 1 into 13 or 1 more into 12. I don't know. I could put 1 more into 12 so I later can move into 11. Or I put 1 more into 3 because the opponent will also attack there soon-ish. Let's put 1 more into 12. So the idea for 12 is from here on you can move up to 4 and down to 11. But I mean, from 3 you also could have reached 4 and 11. And now I marked stuff while the opponent was thinking, and I shouldn't do that because it messes up everything again. Oh well. So what did the opponent do? They placed a ship in oh, they sailed, okay. So they sailed into 18. I almost imagined they're going to do that. They sailed into here, and because they have shipyard, they added another ship into it. So like I said, every time they sail, they get a bonus ship, which is quite powerful actually. I mean, I can shell it. So shelling always rolls 2 dice, so 1 ship will probably survive. Ah, that was the reason why I should have put it in 13, right? So I will shell it now. Most likely 1 ship will survive, and that will then bombard my 13, and then there's no unit left in 13. And that was stupid, and I should have put someone in there, and already you can see before the AI was like 40% win rate, now it's at 52. So right, I did 1 mistake probably, and it's already like plus 12% win chance for the AI. But I mean, it's kind of obvious what I should do now. Let's just shell them. Shell from 13 to 18. I rolled 2 dice. So one other thing for the cards you can draw, right? I told you can draw cards. You can use those cards to like re-roll your dice, but you can only re-roll all of them at once. Okay, so given that the opponent has a shipyard, it's always easier for them to recreate new ships, and now they embarked first, which gives them another bonus on ships, because like I can only embark 2 ships now, and they embarked 3 ships, and like I said, every time they sail, they get a bonus, and they will very soon-ish. Nah, probably they won't. I don't get it though. Right? I mean, I can shell that one. Oh, I get it. Okay. So what will happen now is, if I don't shell tile 18, they will just bombard my 13, and my 13 is gone. Oh, by the way, they're down to 40%. Right? So, like I said, the AI isn't that clever. If I shell them now, I will probably kill both of them. And alright, they drew a card, right? They did the planning. I should not be able to see that card, but I know now what card they have. Pretend I can't read it. If I don't, right, if I shell them, they will just sail into it again and then sail into it with more units. So I could be lucky. I could shell in here and only kill one of the ships, because you can't sail into somewhere where you already have units in there. So if I kill exactly one unit, they have one ship left in there and they can't put more ships into it. This is a bit weird, right? This is a bit gamey, but that's how it is. I have to, by the way, I have to write that down somewhere, because I implemented it. If you roll enough pips on your dice, there's no need to ask for like, hey, do you want to re-roll it because you killed everyone? But I realize now there is a reason for not killing everyone. And I should write that down because that's useful. I can't assume that. I can't assume that someone wants to kill everyone. Maybe they specifically want to kill less troops, so they can't advance/sail into the now empty front. I could use my guys to sail into there, but they would all die. I could just not shell it. I could say, well, just bombard it. Bombard my 13 if you want to, I don't care. But I honestly think I do care, though. I'm unhappy because I don't know what to do. This is a common theme in this game. I don't know what I should do. This is, oh boy. I could still, I could now attack the shipyards. I could definitely take them. And if the opponent advances into my bottom tile, I can just bombard them and get it back. I have the feeling this is a wrong move. I have the feeling this is a trap. I have the feeling this is a trap. I do it. No, look, they used their card to re-roll the die. So they rolled 1, and they used their card to re-roll, and it didn't change anything. And it wasn't a trap. Oh my god. Apparently I'm very good now. Right, so the re-rolling yielded the exact same result, which was 1 pip. And well, the AI is worse than I thought. Maybe the first games I just was stupid. By the way, how late is it? No, it's 9 minutes to midnight. Oh well. they're sailing into 17, right? So again, they're getting an extra. So they're not getting an extra ship because I control the shipyards, right? So they sailed into 17. From 17, they can bombard 12 or 13. But still, why would they do that? Or like, what's the point? I mean, bombarding them, like I said before, this cuts off my my top left side from supply. But I could just shell them. I could just shell 17. Then they don't have enough ships to kill those. I mean, they will now bombard me, but I don't care. This result was unexpected. I thought I'm gonna get smashed. Okay, let's shell from 13 to 17. And I hit 2 of their ships. I just now realized that the AI information tells me what they're doing, kind of, but not really, but also for the one they selected and not for the ones they didn't select. This is dumb. So they're bombarding 13 from 18. Okay, yeah, that was clear, right? They attacked this one from here, and now there's no unit left in here. I could move new units in there. I feel like the background music, by the way, gets annoying, right? I just chose a random pseudo-Japanese music. Oh well. So, but I'm already playing 20 minutes and I'm still in round 2, and only one side has to think, right? I'm really bad at games. I'm really like an AP player. Oh well. Oh no, I have the shipyards, right? Oh no, I can't sail into 17. I could sail into 21. And they can't really do anything against it. I mean, the only thing they can do is bombarding here. Oh, they can advance into 13, right? From 19, they can advance into 13. I have to advance into here. Let's advance into 13. Come on, I just moved 2 units out of my headquarters in the hope that I don't need them. I want to keep those in here though. And yeah, whatever. I'm still way up ahead. Right, so in the last game I was always down, like I always had like 80% until a little bit before the end. Advancing into 15. Oh my god, I did not see that one coming. I should have, but I didn't. Oh dang. So they attacked into here. And I don't have any units left to actually walk into it. I mean, I can bombard. So it's gonna be empty. I also get 1 extra dice. I can bombard it with 4 dice. This is so overkill. Oh my god. So the thing is, I wanted to reinforce that. I can't do it anymore. Ah, dang. Even taking back 15 and reinforcing, I can't do both of it. I mean, I can't get it back anyway because, again, I can't advance into it. Let's just bombard. I guess it's super bad. 5 hits. Come on. Oh, it's a bit up in percentage. Oh, and even a bit more. And a bit more. I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. What is it doing? Oh my god. Oh, it's reinforcing. Okay. If it takes very long, it's reinforcing. Okay, so it moved. Oh god, it placed many units in here. Oh, I should have sailed into 21 and then I could have. So I can move one unit into. No, I can't. It's silly. I could plan, and specifically, instead of taking 2 cards, I could take 1 card and the initiative. And then I could start by advancing into here. And then they will take back the 20. Which I don't like. But, oh well. I don't have enough units to do anything useful here. Also, I should reinforce, right? If I don't reinforce, not reinforcing wastes a lot of units, right? I should, like, this makes me have 5 more units on the board. If they start the turn at the next round, they will get number 15, and then I will never reach 20 again to reinforce it. Oh well, actually they will like take 20 before I have the chance to. That was now. Okay, I will take a little break. It's almost midnight. Usually I don't really watch fireworks, but oh well. I see you in only a few minutes, I guess. I don't even know if I see fireworks from my apartment. Yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes, and maybe I also thought about what I'm actually going to do. Hello, I'm back. Wait, I missed the music. The annoying background music, we have to add that. There it is. So, maybe you hear the fireworks in the background, right? I watched it for 5 minutes. That's enough for a year, I don't know, I think it's useless. I have to say I never watched the fireworks in my apartment, although I have been living here for 5 years. And my apartment is in a valley. It's stupidly loud if you go outside, right? I had to go in to grab some earphones just because it was way too loud. But oh well, right? I watched it for 5 minutes. Or a bit longer, I don't know. So, I came to a decision. So, right, there were 2 options I had. Option 1 is like drawing a card and getting the initiative and then moving into 15. And then they will take 20. The other option is like reinforcing and putting a lot of units into 13 and 9 and maybe 3, maybe 12, and I think I'm going for the reinforcing, mainly because I can then kind of threaten the 0 or 4, and I don't know, I still have enough units down here to at least bombard that so they won't keep it. So if I in the last round want to move onto the island again, I still can't do that, right? So I think I'd rather go with the more units. Probably that's the wrong decision, we will see. So I say reinforce. So 1 more in 3, and then 13, 13, 13. I don't know if 9 is necessary. Is 9 necessary? I just hope that they will get the shipyard back, right? So my 14 is threatened. Let's put 1 into 9. I would like to have like 1 more in 12 to move into 4. Oh well, okay, it was the wrong move. Haha. It was the wrong move. Now the AI is up to 74%, right? It's like I said before, it's like chess. You can play for a while and then you blunder and then your opponent is up a lot. Advancing into 20. Wait, they advanced into here straight away? They don't care about 50. Oh right, because I can bombard 50. So there's no real need actually for me to move into 50 now. So I could shell 18, but then again they will embark more units into here and then I can't shell anymore. But if I wait while they bombard me first, I don't know, man. If I move 4 units up here, 1 should hopefully survive. But that's not enough to attack the headquarters, right? Then they have to reinforce. Like when I reinforce, then they have to reinforce. They could embark, so they have less ships to embark. I embark. I think it's stupid, maybe it's again a mistake. Well, I didn't even roll any hit when they attacked me. I embark into 16, 14, 14. That was the correct move, apparently, because it's still kind of at the same percentage. Okay, they embarked onto 17 quite a bit. So my 12 is threatened, which is something I don't like. I don't have the shipyard anymore. I can attack 18 with 4 ships, so 1 should survive, but then they just shell it and it's gone, right? So there's no point in doing that. I can shell 17 or 18. So if I don't shell 17, they will bombard 12. And my 2 top left units are cut off. I mean, I can then advance into 11 and stuff. So if I shell 17, then I can later on sail into 17 and then get shelled. Let's shell 17. Oh my god, I rolled 3 pips instead of just 2, which you would kind of expect. It's nice. Oh, by the way, sometimes it says like not a number. Like every time the AI only has 1 option, it will just stop its calculations and just take that option, so it doesn't actually calculate how likely the percentage is. So they sailed into Seoul. I didn't think about that. Stupid thing. Oh well, I can now move 4 ships into 18. Then 2 ships should survive, but then they will just chill there. And they're gone. I could bombard 19, then 19 is maybe gone completely, but what's the point of that, honestly? I bombard 19. And they're gone. Okay, I almost assume so. They will just move into with a new unit, and now I can't move into it. That's okay. And we're kind of down to 50-50 again. Oh, I'm a bit cold now, right? I had my window open or my door open to go outside. That's all. Oh god, the video is way too long. Nobody will watch it anyway. I know that. I don't care. So I can advance into 0 and threaten the headquarters. I mean, I can now advance into 15, and then next turn I can. Next round I can threaten attacking 20 and 19. Unless, of course, they reinforce 19 or 20. But if they do that and then I attack 0, they can't really reinforce the headquarters anymore. So I kind of have like a 2 flanking attack. Although I could mess up the 0. So it could be that when attacking 0 I don't actually take it and all my units die. That would be so bad. I could draw more cards, but oh well. Let's move 1 unit into 15. And I take it from my headquarters because I really want to defend 13 and I don't see them taking my headquarters anytime soon. That's it. No! Oh. A blunder, okay. 85, 88. What did I do wrong? 19. They're reinforcing. So they reinforced tile number 5 and 19 and 20, and that seems obvious. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, I miscalculated the turns. I only have now to reinforce. I wanted to attack 0 and then reinforce. I can't do that anymore because I was dumb. I somehow thought I have 1 turn more. Okay, let's reinforce. 15, 15, 15, 15, and I have 1 unit left, and that's going to be 9 or 12, 9 or 12, but put it 92%, oh god. Probably if I would have attacked 0, there would have been a chance in like conquering their headquarters. Oh, I don't even have to conquer it, right? I just have to kill everybody then. But I messed that up, and so now it will be about victory points, and I don't really have any chance at victory points. Okay, so they have embarked 18, 6, 17. So the idea is I will attack 17 with shell and see what's gonna happen. 13, 17. Okay, this time I hit 2 units. So they can't sail into it to get more units. So 97 is 96. So do they reinforce again? Of course they're reinforcing. Now they reinforce 1 unit in the headquarters. What? Okay, tile 20. 7. Okay, so they reinforce on the right side. So there's 13 victory points on the map. They already have 4, 5, 6, and I have. So they have 7, and I have 3, 4. I can theoretically take 19. I should probably take 4. But they will bombard that if I do it. I should take 17 next. If I attack 17 with my ships, or they will just shell it in. I'm dead. But they don't have it anymore, right? So the last turn, my last turn, it should be attacking 19, right? I have 8 units, I can move into 19. That should be enough. I can move 4 ships into 18. One of them will survive and they will just shell it. And it's gone. They can even sail into it, then it's also gone. I mean, an easy move would be moving into 4. And then moving into 11. Can I... Oh, I understood why they moved into the headquarters, right? So if I move all those 4 units here into here, even if they roll a 0, I only have like 2 units left. And then I can only move 1 unit into here. And again, if they roll a 0, then I can kill one of the units, right? So they kind of prevented me from being stupidly lucky. Then I could have won, but they prevented me from doing that. I could sail into 21 and hope that I survive, and then I could bombard 20. That sounds unreasonable there. I could move 4 units, but they would then attack 14, and if they control 14, they will actually destroy my headquarters 1 turn later. That's not good. I don't know what to do. So if I attack 17, if I sail into 17, realistically, I either lose both ships or I will lose both ships, but it's not clear if I kill one of their ships as well. They could not sail into it either. Well, at the moment they can just move into 4, I could move into 4. If I move into 4, I don't know. Let's move into 4. 3, 3, 3. So I thought it will win with 90%, and then the last action it took was 78. So sometimes the AI is a bit weird because of the algorithm. So it says this one action will win with a higher percentage, but it takes the other one because that's the one it looked at more often, and the algorithm says take the one you look at the most times. This is a bit weird, but I know if you look up the algorithm, they say this is the better one. Okay. So I'm playing for almost 1 hour now, right? And I'm one person. And the game says for 2 persons it's like 30 minutes. Oh, this is crazy. Placed one ship in tile 14 as a... Oh, they did? Okay, they sailed into 14 to attack me, and then... What was the plan? They could never have won that. They moved in with 2 ships, and I had 3 ships in there. How did they think about winning that? That was the dumbest move ever. I really don't understand. I mean, now I have less dice to bombard here, so I could have bombarded them to death, but if I do that, then they can just advance into it. And I win that anyway. Like, if I move all the units in there, I move anyway. So who has how many? They have 4 victory points. 5, 6, 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the 6th one, and then I get those 2 in the last turn, right? I don't understand how they shouldn't be able to win. I don't see any way how they will win. I feel like I should win. I don't understand. I really don't. Let's move into 11. From... I don't know, 12. They can't win. Now they say they win even more. Now they say less. Now they say even less. Now they say it's 50-50. Okay. Now they realize they lose. Oh wow. I'm not sure if there's a mistake in my algorithm. Maybe there is. Because now they realize they will lose. Very obvious. They advance into 15. Why did they advance into 15? Oh. That was stupid. Now I can just walk into 19. I don't understand, they're so stupid. Why are they so stupid? Okay, so I'm going to sail into 17. I think I lose that, but after that I will win in 19. Let's sail into 17. From 16. I actually won that. Well, they will shell it. They shelled it. Okay, but still, they lost. So let's just check it. They have 2, 4, 5, 6 victory points, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have also 6 victory points, and I will take the 2 from 19 now. So I will sail in. I will advance into 19 from 13, 13, 13, 13. If I press enter now, I will win the game, and then the game will immediately start from new. And it's over. Now you see that this thing here blinks because I said to do that. So one of the reasons why I played the game now is because I needed a game that lasts until the end, and if I now continue with the next game, it will then crash shortly, and one of the reasons why I played this game now is I want to look into why the game crashes now in a few seconds if I continue it. So I don't assume that anyone will have watched this. It's like an hour long now. If you have, I thank you very much for actually watching me. Like I said, I don't expect it. It's okay. It doesn't matter. If you like what you saw, you can leave a comment and a thumbs up and whatever. yeah, that's it. That was it. That was 1 hour of the Riverside map of General Orders, the Japan version, and I won't pronounce the name again. I don't really have anything else to say. The UI and AI is still on the works, in works, whatever, under construction. I hope it will get better. If you want to check that thing out, you can write me a message and then I can send you the program if you want to. And this is one of the reasons why there's no siege engines in there yet. So like, I don't give you the full game because I don't have any rights for the game. Yeah, that's it. Have a nice new year, right? It's just 30 minutes into the new year. Happy New Year if you're watching this still. And goodbye.